Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing a warm up. So this can be something that you just do in the morning or at night to kind of move your body in the middle of the day after you've been sitting at a desk for a long time. Or you can add this onto any other workout that you have, any other workouts on here on YouTube. So you can do whatever you want with this. We're going to start sitting. So you can sit cross-legged. You can also have your legs out in a little bit of a V if that's more comfortable for you. As always, you can rest yourself up on a block, a pillow, anything that will relieve any tension that you have in your hips, especially if we're doing this in the morning. You know, the body's just a little bit tighter than it might be later on. So we're gonna sit tall. You're stacking the shoulders right over the hips, and you're lightly pulling up on the core, but making sure you still have that little inward curve of your low back. So you wanna have this nice neutral starting pelvis. Rib cage is relaxed into the chest. Shoulder blades are down the back, away from the ears. And here, take your palms and just bring them lightly around that rib cage. Make sure that doesn't lead to the shoulders hunching up to the ears. You still wanna have that relaxed feeling between the ear and the shoulder. But here, the palms here are going to help us feel the breath that's going to be going through our chest to warm us up, get into the practice a little bit, and that breath is going to lead us into the rest of the exercises. So here, you're going to take an inhale in through the nose. What you want to think about is breathing out and into the back of that rib cage. So have that three-dimensional feeling expand through the center of the body. And as you exhale, you'll feel your fingers close right back into each other. To finish that exhale, we'll do a few more. Take an inhale in through the nose. Watch the shoulders. They stay away from the ears. As you exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Close that rib cage. Another thing we're focusing on here, a few more breaths, is the engagement of the core. So as you exhale, you'll feel that lift of that pelvic floor, that transversus, that deep core muscle, is going to wrap all the way around the center of the body. So your core naturally flexes as you exhale. That will help you in certain movements throughout any kind of workout, using the exhale to aid yourself in your movement. And this breath, you're focusing on the movement of the ribcage and the engagement of the core. It's going to bring some attention to those deep stabilizing muscles that we have at the center of the body. Here, you're going to bring your arms out to the side and then rotate the palms. They're facing right in front of you. We're going to warm up through our thoracic spine, right below the neck to the center of the back. Turning to the side so you can see this angle here. You're still stacking the shoulders over the hips. As you inhale, you're going to pull up through the core. You want the pelvis to stay neutral, so you don't want to start to overarch the low back. You're going to inhale, you're going to open that chest up towards the ceiling. You're relaxing the shoulders away from the ears here. And as you exhale, keep the pelvis stacked, but round forward, circle arms like you're hugging a tree right in front of you. Another inhale, open that chest all the way up to the front, lifting that chest, but controlling that rib cage and the pelvis. Everything else stays engaged through the low back and through that core at the front of the body. Exhaling to round through. We'll do two more here. Inhale, open that chest, still pulling up and in through the core. As you exhale, rounding through the upper back. So here, you start in your neutral spine. You open the chest to your extension in your thoracic spine. And as you exhale, move through neutral and you go into your flexion of your thoracic spine, that rounding all the way through. Sit yourself back up. You're going to plant each foot in front of you, knees will be bent. And here, you're going to hold onto the back of the thighs. So you start stacked again. We're going to be warming up through the core a little bit, going into a little bit of flexion of the upper back, the thoracic spine, and a little bit of imprint or flexion of the lumbar spine as well. You start palms behind the thighs, you sit tall. Inhale here. As you exhale, you're rocking off the sits bones, pulling up through the core, round through the upper back slightly. And as you inhale, you're going to restack. So the palms along the back of the thighs are going to help you keep a little support and allow you to round through the upper back a little bit because you're using that pressure against the thighs. here. Every exhale, you round back because exhaling flexes that core. So you're using the core, pulling up and in, shortening the distance between the ribs and the hips, and then you sit all the way back up. Exhale back. Inhale, restack. We'll do 4 more here. Rock back 4. Sit all the way up. 3, moving between that flexion here and this neutral spine. Make sure the ribcage doesn't pop forward though. You still want to keep that core engagement at the base of the ribs. Last 2. Last 1, rock back. You're gonna restack, and we're gonna come lying all the way down to our back. This time, reach the arms in front of you. You're gonna do that same motion. This time, the palms are reaching. We're gonna rock off the sits bones. You're gonna roll back, get that low back down into the mat, and then you come all the way down onto your back. Here, we'll do a few hip rolls to get some spinal articulation going in the entire spine. You're gonna walk the heels close to the sits bones. You should be able to just barely brush your fingertips to the heels. The feet and the thighs are sits bones distance apart. Here we're starting on what we call the neutral pelvis. So you take your palms of your hands, place them right on top of the pelvis. You should feel a flat plane between those 2 hip bones and that pubic bone. This is your neutral starting pelvis. You're relaxing the rib cage down. You might feel a slight lift of that low back. It's that natural curve of the lumbar spine. Plant the palms on either side. You take your inhale here to prepare through the nose. As you exhale, you're going to rock the hips back. So you're getting the low back into the mat. The hip points are lower than the pubic bone now. And you're going to continue that roll. Start to squeeze the glutes, engage the hamstrings. You're rolling up until you come onto those shoulder blades. Watch that rib cage is still closed right at the front of the body. Stay up here. Inhale. And we're going back the reverse of the way we came. As you exhale, you're rolling through the upper back, the middle back. Get through that low back. Back to what we call that imprint pelvis, that rocked back position. And then you come back to that neutral starting position with your pelvis. Inhale through the nose here. Exhale, use the obliques to pull the hip points back. And then engage the glutes to roll yourself all the way up to your shoulder bridge here. Inhale up here, resting on the wide part of the shoulder blades. Exhale, core pulls up and in as you roll yourself all the way down. Back to your starting position 2 more times. Inhale here. Exhale, hips rock back. Roll all the way up, knees reach straight in front, thighs stay parallel. Inhale up here. As you exhale, you roll all the way down through that whole spine, touch each vertebrae down. Coming back to your starting position 1 more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, rock back using this 4-part breath throughout this. 2 breaths to come up. Inhale to stay up here. And then your exhale melts you all the way back down. Through that low back, through your imprint, and then back to your neutral starting position. You have that nice flat plane at the front of the pelvis again. Rib cage is down. You're going to reach the fingers up towards the ceiling. Arms are going to be right over the chest. Feel wide in the collarbone. Relax the shoulder blades down into the mat. Palms face each other. Pretend like you're holding a paper towel rolled between the palms. You don't want to drop it. You want to keep this width between the hands. We'll go into our arm reaches here. Take an inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Reaching back up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, they come right over the chest. Here, it's a little work for the shoulders, and it's also an engagement through the core to prevent the rib cage from popping up off the mat as you do your arm reaches. So as the arms reach on the inhale, keep the rib cage down. Exhale, arms come back up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, coming back up. We'll do 3 more. Keep the palms at that same width. It's about the width of that torso. Last 2. Last one. Bring the arms back over the chest. We're going to add on into arm circles. Take an inhale, reach the arms overhead. This time as you exhale, circle them around the side of the body, down towards the toes, and then back up overhead. Again, control that rib cage. Use the obliques to keep the rib cage in that neutral position, melting down into the mat. Last circle to finish off in this direction. End with the arms over the chest, and we'll do 3. The reverse. Drop the fingers down, circle them around to the side, up overhead, and back down. 2 more. Circle around. And you'll do 1 more time. Finish with the arms back over the chest. Palms are facing each other still. Still in your neutral pelvis. We're going to isolate some movement through the shoulder blades to warm up the scapula here. Going into your protraction, you take an inhale, reach the fingers higher to the ceiling. You'll feel the shoulder blades separate from the center of the spine. As you exhale, they lower down and melt into the mat. And without bending the arms, you squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back, getting into that spine, closer into the spine. Take an inhale, reach the fingers up to the ceiling. As you exhale, sliding down into the mat and squeeze in. A little smaller movement here. You won't see it as much in your body, but you'll feel it in those rhomboids and those traps. Inhale, reach up. Moving the shoulder blades away from the spine, protraction. Exhale, slide down, move them closer to the spine, retraction. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down, squeeze in. Release that tension. Your shoulder blades are back. That nice wide neutral feeling. And then you can lower the arms all the way down. And we're going to flip onto one side. So come side lying. Bend both your knees, stack them. The shins line up with the front of the mat. Lie down. Your back is lining up with the back of the mat. And you can rest your head on your bicep, on a bent elbow, or it can be straight if that's more comfortable for you. Shoulders are stacked, feel wide at the chest, make sure you're not caving in. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, and you feel a little lift of this lower side body. You want to stay even on both sides of your obliques. Take your top arm, reach it in front. We're going to a supine twist. Take an inhale, start to rotate the chest up to the ceiling. Keep the pelvis pointed towards the front. As you exhale, you look behind at that reaching set of fingers. Stay here on your inhale, reach a little further out towards the back. And as you exhale, you pull up and in through the core. Restack, arm back center. Again, take your inhale, reach the arm up to the ceiling. Gaze moves with the hand. Exhale, look behind you. Stay here on your inhale, reaching out of that active arm. As you exhale, you restack the shoulders. Coming back to the front, we'll do 1 more time here. Take an inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, rotate the cervical spine where your neck is and the thoracic spine, the upper back, move together, which is why you're looking at that reaching arm here. And then you come all the way back center. Restack the shoulders. You're still wide through the chest. You're going to reach this top arm up overhead. That bicep is by the ear. You're going to flip this top leg and lengthen it long. You're reaching the top leg and the top arm in opposition here. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, you're going to laterally rotate that top knee. You're going to bend the elbow and knee. They connect. And then you reach long. Bring that leg back parallel every time. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to reach. You get a little side body crunch as you bend, and then really think about fully lengthening through both sides of your body as you reach long again. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. And last 1. Reach long. And then bend the knee, place it back on top of that top leg. Before we go to the other side, roll back onto your back. Feet are planted. You're gonna bring the palms right up behind the head, holding right between where the base of your head and neck meet. You're gonna stay in your neutral pelvis here. Rib cage is closed, open, chest to the ceiling. You're gonna go into your ab prep here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, now the chin curl up. Stare at those thighs without rocking the hips back. Stay up here. Inhale. Exhale, roll downwards. Warming up with some more flexion through our upper back. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, now the chin curl up. Sliding the ribs down towards those hips. Inhale to stay. Exhale, lower down. 3 more. Inhale through the nose. Slightly nod your chin to protect your neck as you curl up and stare at your thighs. Stay up here. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Last 2. Nod your chin. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up until the tips of the shoulder blades are lifted off the mat. Stay here. Inhale. As you exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Nod your chin. And then curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. Stare at the thighs. Inhale to stay. As you exhale, you lower yourself all the way down. Grab behind one thigh. Roll yourself on up, and we'll flip over to the other side lying side. Do those 2 side lying exercises to even everything out. Coming all the way down. You have your shins lined up with the front of the mat, your back lined up with the back. Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. You feel this slight lift in this lower side body. Reach this top arm out in front of you. You're gonna take your inhale, start to rotate the chest up to the ceiling as the arm moves. Exhale, keep twisting, chest up to the ceiling. Reach those fingers behind you. Stay there, inhale. As you exhale, close everything back center. Palm hovers off the mat there. Take an inhale again, start to twist. Exhale, continue that rotation. Look behind you. Stay here. Inhale. As you exhale, coming all the way back center. We'll do that 1 more time on this side. Inhale. Exhale, complete that rotation. Pelvis stays pointed towards the front. Stay here. Inhale, reach a little further up. As you exhale, restack the shoulders. Reach this top arm up overhead. Hover the top leg, reach it long. Inhale here. As you exhale, laterally rotate that leg. You bend knee and elbow, they connect. Bring that leg back parallel as you reach everything long. Exhale, tap. Inhale to reach. Every time you reach long, you're restacking shoulders, hips, and you're fully engaging that quad of that reaching leg. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more time, bend everything in. Reach long. And then lower everything back down to the mat. This time, you're gonna flip over onto your stomach. You're gonna roll yourself over. And we're down here prone. We'll do a breaststroke prep 1 warm up to warm up a little more extension through that thoracic spine. Palms out just about past the width of your mat. You're relaxing the elbows down, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. You keep it long, the nose is hovering off the mat. Legs are long, active in the lower body to keep the feet pressed into the mat. Pulling up through the core, stabilize that low back. You're gonna take an inhale, you're gonna start to retract your shoulder blades. As you exhale with just little weight in the palms, you float that chest, lift that gaze just slightly without jutting that chin forward. Stay here, inhale. As you exhale, you relax everything all the way down. Inhale, set the shoulders. Exhale, come up, lift that chest. Inhale to stay. Exhale, lower down. Last 2, set the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, lift that chest. It's like you're almost trying to pull the elbows back towards the feet. Next exhale, you lower down. We'll do one more time here. Set the shoulders. Use the strength of those muscles at your back. Lift up. Stay here. Inhale. And as you exhale, you relax yourself all the way down. Palms come under the shoulders. Press yourself up. Sit back into a shell stretch. Round through your upper back. And then sit yourself on up. And we're going to finish with 2 more exercises back here, starting where we started on our sits bones. We'll do a twist here. Hold the arms out to the side, palms face down to the ground. Inhale, center. Use your exhale to rotate the chest and the head and the upper body towards one side. Inhale, coming through center, shoulders stay away from the ears. Exhale, rotate to that second side. The pelvis stays pointed towards the front against the rotation of the rib cage and the head. Back center, again, rotate. And 2 more times here. 1 more time to that first side. And last time to that second side. Come back through center. Plant the palms down. You're going to keep one palm into the mat. Inhale, other arm up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, you side bend. You can bend that base, the elbow of that base arm to get a little more flexion here. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, opposite arm up, side bend. Keep the chest open, shoulders stay stacked. Stay grounded in the opposite sit bone, so you're still staying planted evenly on each side of that pelvis. And we'll do 1 more time each side to finish off here. Last time, up and over. Come back through center. All right, we're all done today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day and see you soon.